I'm Rich Carroll. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. One Palm Coast City Councilman's attempt to get the city manager fired fails. Amy Cherry has more.
Councilman Victor Barbosa, who's in an ongoing battle with city code enforcement over violations he's received for parking his commercial truck in a residential neighborhood against city rules, has been going around reporting various other code violations to City Manager Matt Morton. The councilman alleges that Morton asked code enforcement to have Barbosa listed as the complainant, resulting in his name going out on violations to residents.
I have evidence that City Manager Matt Morton is conducting a partisan political attack on me, a duly elected member of this council. I ran for City Council to make a difference, to make Palm Coast a better place for the residents, and to leave a legacy for my family name, Barbosa. Instead, I have been the victim of a partisan political attack at the direction of the city manager in an attempt to destroy my family name.
Barbosa called it gross misconduct and corruption in his motion to have Morton fired.
I asked my fellow council members to support me in a motion to terminate Mr. Morton for gross misconduct, misuse of government resources, and undermining the council. Mr. Morton raises questions of his integrity, honesty, and his fitness to remain as city manager. If you don't vote against corruption, you're in favor of corruption and mismanagement in our city.
No one seconded Barbosa's motion. Councilman Ed Danko proposed that Barbosa's motion be tabled in lieu of council spending more time investigating the matter.
Sounds like a very serious matter. Sounds like serious accusations. Before possibly making a motion and proceeding, I think it would be in the best interest of our council to see what Councilman Barbosa has and have some time to review these emails and these accusations.
No one seconded that motion either. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
Flagler County officials say a consensus to work together on shared challenges was the result of a recent tri-county meeting. John Arking has the details.
On April 1st, Flagler County officials took part in a tri-county meeting that was held in Putnam County with representatives of that county and those from St. Johns County, with a commitment to tackle issues affecting economic development, such as attainable workforce housing and broadband infrastructure. Flagler County Administrator Jerry Cameron.
The main thing that came out of it is that we need to work together as a tri-county area to address problems that are common to all three counties, and that we also need to work together to go to Tallahassee and explain to our legislature the needs of this area. So it was far more successful than I had anticipated it would be, for enthusiastic support for the ideas put forward.
Cameron believes that government has driven the private sector out of the workforce housing market through growth management, saying that impact fees drive up the cost of a home. He also alluded to a proposal that will, within 45 days, come before the Flagler County Board of Commissioners aimed at easing the process for workforce housing developers. Called Planned Attainable Development, Cameron says it will allow them to weigh the benefits of a proposed development and consider waiving the fees. Flagler County Chief of Staff Jorge Salinas, who has a background in information technology, also made a presentation at the meeting to shed light on different options for broadband, saying there are 10 bills going through Congress regarding mapping to ensure that everyone is provided access. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
A recently promoted Flagler County Sheriff's Deputy is headed into a prestigious training program. Karen Johnson has more.
Newly minted Division Chief David Williams has been selected by the Federal Bureau of Investigation to attend the 23rd session of the Florida Executive Development Seminar, sponsored by the FBI and the Florida FBI National Academy Associates, Inc. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
David Williams being invited by the FBI to attend the Fed's program, Federal Executive Development Seminar. He will be attending with about 30 other Florida law enforcement leaders during this class.
Sheriff Rick Staley promoted David Williams on January 13th of 2021 to Chief of the Organizational Services Division, making him the highest-ranking African-American in the history of the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. As Chief, he commands management services, human resources, accreditation, training, and special projects. The 23rd session of the Florida Executive Development Seminar will take place from May 16th to May 21st. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Are there benefits to a business when they make donations?
Bob Newsom at Flagler Tax Service says yes. When a business donates to a nonprofit like the cold weather shelters or other organizations and charities, it is beneficial to both, but do get receipts for the donations.
I would always get a receipt.
Okay.
And make sure that you hold on to that stuff for at least 5 years.
Newsom said the IRS is still working on tax year 2019 because of the pandemic. He said that makes it difficult for new business owners. You can listen to the Business Report every Saturday morning at 10 here on WNZF. The podcast is at the Flagler Radio app. Tomorrow, paying all the different taxes that a business has to pay. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.